Now from our sister city, Achill, Kilbane. It's an interesting name because this year we are celebrating Johnny Kilbane, the prize fighter, who was from Cleveland and a Mayo man. Pat, would you join us for a few moments?
Chairman, Taoiseach, Chairman of Mayo County Council, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen. It is indeed a privilege and a pleasure for me, as Chairman of Achill Cleveland Committee Committee, to address such a fine gathering. The links between Achill and the greater Ballycroy and Newport area go back to the turn of the century, and in 2003, a decision was taken to culminate the twinning of those two areas. I can still recall with great pride Mayor Jane Campbell and her entourage arriving from Cleveland to Achill for the first part of the charter, which was signed in Orosacunda. We had a similar occasion here in November of the same year, when a delegation from Achill and the county officials arrived out for the final signing of that charter. Ample evidence and testimony to the success of what has happened is the fact that we have 11 students, 4 mentors, and the officers of Golf Forborough here in Cleveland for a week on a cultural, educational and information exchange. I want to warmly applaud the efforts that have been put in on both sides of the Atlantic. The Tom Scanlons, the Connie Corrigans, the Jerry Quinns, and many, many others, too many to mention, have participated in this process, and its strength is going onwards. I want to, in a special way, and no words of mine can say how proud I am to be here tonight at this ball, on an occasion when our Taoiseach is here to address you. Our Taoiseach in the Kenny has assumed Taoiseach of this country in the most difficult economic times since the war. Those of us who had the privilege of hearing him downtown in Cleveland at the various functions yesterday know that Ireland is in very good hands. I realise the massive tie economically, culturally that remains between the city of Cleveland, the greater Cuyahoga County and Ireland, and particularly Mayo. And I know that you people here will work with us to bring to fruition the maximum benefit that can be accrued from our special relationships. I'm delighted to be here, and on behalf of our organising committee, our CEO, Terence Tiver, Kenny Deary, Bridget Davitt, and all of the groups, Kate McNamara, we are feeling privileged to be associated with such a group of fine and development and forward-looking people.